Alright. Alright. There's no denying it. There's no denying it. We gotta keep going. We gotta get to chapter 10. So, every time I keep asking myself, well, have they gone to the venue yet? And the answer is they are going to the venue now. Welcome to chapter 10, the venue. We get in the venue and go. Oh shit. Previously on INCO May Snoot, I covered wars, you know. Baby, stando. Got you now, INCO. So, we're gonna look for a venue. That's the important part. We gotta look for a venue. I had a very odd day. I wouldn't say miserable, but I wish I could just finish this. Listen, I'm writing that thing, right? I got a thing I'm writing, and I don't want to work on it. I just don't fucking care anymore. Every bone in my body says that I need to rewrite this from the top down for it to work. So I'm like, bleh. So we're just gonna do this. After that, if I got the time, I'm gonna finish that. I'm gonna upload another chapter. I got one more left, and I can go to bed. I can permanently go to bed. I can ignore it for the rest of my life and do something else. Clear my chakras. But for now, Saturday. It was finally go time to searching for. It was finally go time to searching for a venue for fun drama to have. Jesus Christ! Rewrite that sentence, please. It was finally go time to go searching for. That's actually all it needs. To go searching for a venue for worm drama. To have their show at. Also, this is a lot of like. I don't know how to put this. This is very stacked claims, right? It's finally time to go searching for a venue for worm drama to have their show at. I don't know. It's like a ziggurat sentence. They'd really run things down to the wire because the author wanted to write random scenes that are in the original game, but like it's really weird. We don't talk about that. But going off of what Fang said, it honestly sounds a lot like Fang finally got sick of waiting and set the date themselves. So Trish, who is like hard pushing the band, isn't bothering. That's really awkward. So we know this is Snoot Walking Dead fig. But I came with something fucked up. It's an undecided one ending, but with Romero's type of undead, you know? That's the fast type, right? I don't know. So many Zambarinos. Who even knows, right? Yeah, we're doing the fun song because we're in the fun zone. We're in the Mo fun zone. Reed, admittedly, I've been pretty busy on a lot of the recent. I know what you're saying. He's been busy a lot of the days, but Jesus. Reed, admittedly, have been busy a lot of the days with this campus beautification punishment. Thankfully, this was the last week that I had to do it. I pulled out my phone and fired off a text message to Rosa to remind her not to be too hard, and as well as apologizing again for skipping out on them for the day. Jesus Christ, you're in a club! It's not a fucking job! You can skip out a few days, man! Rosa replied to the expected dismissal of a cryptic comment about Reed being more than enough for today. I don't think they like you, INCO. I made a note to myself to buy him something to thank him for getting himself in trouble to try and make my life easier. Regardless if the incident technically had been his fault, he had stepped up to put in the legwork to correct things. I mean, he took the blame. I don't think he's correcting anything. He just took the fucking blame. And that's way more than most people in my life have ever done, or in the rather recent past. Jesus Christ, INCO, that's depressing. You've been here for a while, right? Romero's, they come up from the grave and they remember their past life. They even use tools and weapons. Oh, that's terrifying. That's not zombies. That's just you. That's just you. They've auto-balanced the teams. He deserved some recognition for it, and with this beautification punishment coming to a close, Reed had paid his dues for sure. So you're gonna give him a gift? I thought you said he was even, Steven. Trish, however, was a weirder case. She seemed like she was the one running the band and pulling Fang and Reed along in her wake, yeah. She had set up the idea of doing a show after all. She made merch, posters and everything. But then she somehow never actually looked into an actual venue for the whole month leading up to today. Isn't that weird? That's weird, right? That's weird, right? I didn't know Trish as well as Fang or Reed did, but even to me that seems somewhat out of character. Fang and Reed never seemed to confront her on it. At least, not when I was hanging out. So I guess they were fine with it. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter, because today was the big day. Fang had texted me that I could meet them out of the corner near their house. It was a little unusual, but given how I had pissed off that dad the other day, I'm guessing Fang was playing it safe to avoid an argument. Considering that, I like how we're skipping the scene where they're, because we already did that with the dinner. We already had the dinner where things were super fucking awkward. So, like, we don't need Anna and INCO to show up at the house again, you know? I've already done that part. We'll move on. I utilized the same taxi as before I utilized the same taxi service as before, and by increasingly non-coincidental coincidence, the same driver. What? I utilized the same taxi service as before, and the same driver. You utilized the same driver? That's your sentence implies you utilized the same driver. No, you got the same driver. And by increasingly got the same driver. You're missing a lot of goes and gots there, buddy. Who was more than happy to see me. Is that a wallet in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? Kid, you're underage. That's fucking creepy. Get out of my car. Once we reached our destination, I texted Fang I was waiting. I don't know why. I fucking hate those sentences. And leaned back into the seat. You going on a date? The yellow Velociraptor act. Nah, we're meeting up with some friends to look for a venue. Venue? They're in a band. They're all going to try and find a place for them to play. We're all going to try and find... Okay, cool. He let loose a whistle. Oh, I wouldn't have figured you'd be the instrument playing type kid, he said with a chuckle. No, I'm not in it. I'm just support, I guess. My throat's dry. More than anything, I said with a shake of my head. For whatever reason, he stared at me through the rearview mirror and his smile got wider. A moment later, my phone buzzed. Jesus Christ, this man can intercept your 5G? Fuck, that took forever. Oh, my word. Oh, my word? Excuse me, Fang would say OMG. She would say OMG. Abbreviation. Verbally. I turned around the seat and sure enough, a familiar pale tarot... Again, that doesn't work as an alliteration. Just shy of a slam, the front door spotted the waiting taxi and jogged over. Scooted over to the left side and popped the right side door open for them. I already did some Doom recording today, so my throat might be a little ugh. In one smooth action, Fang slipped inside. Alright, let's bail. Where to? City center. May as well knock out the basic bitch shit first. Well, that works for me. And we were underway! So, are we meeting the others there? I asked after a few moments of silence. Why does it have to be a few moments of silence? Like, again, I get it. In a TV show, that matters, but you're not a fucking TV show! Fang let out a dismissive snort. Trish isn't coming, Fang grumbled. That's weird, right? Like, why would Fang even bother if Trish isn't bothering? Like, isn't the whole fucking thing Trish's idea? What? I asked, perplexed, utterly bamboozled. Couldn't fathom. Just beyond my mind. She's had some stupid whoring treatment spa this shit. And I mean, it's still beautification for today. Fang, you're way too tall to throw your hands in the air like you just don't care. You'll hit the roof. Alright. Actually, I already knew he was busy. I guess I'm fucking Anon now. I'm just stupid. I mean, to be fair, INCO is kind of dumb. Still, though, Trish, really? Yeah, I really don't want to talk about it, okay? Fang growled, holding up a hand to arrest the conversation. I fucking hate when people use this word. You do not use this in casual English conversation. Like, sure, INCO maybe, but he doesn't sound pompous enough for arrest to come up organically. Sure, that's fine. So what spots are you thinking about first? I know we went over a couple of potential locations the other day before dinner. I said, shifting the conversation. Yes, that's what you did. You shifted the conversation, you fucking moron. Don't tell me what you did. You did it. Congratulations. Well, the reason I'm saying undecided one inning is because Yadakan dies anyways and could be miles away after E1 probably. I think, like, Yadakan doesn't have to die. You don't have to stick to a canon ending. Like, do what works. Although, admittedly, Olivia having to kill Yadakan's fucking hilarious. Especially if he's like, I'm alive, lady! I'm just here to kill you. It's fine. Just let me strangle it out of you. And INCO has to be the one to pull her out of like, no! You'll die when you are killed! No, you can make that one of his lines, because he already said, this is bullying. Pulling their phone. Seriously, though, Mia's such a fucking child. Who's 18 years old, senior year, and, like, bullying someone like they're... Ugh. Like, even I stopped at some point, man. Ugh. At least my bullying was steeped in the lore we had together. Instead of just being, I'm gonna call you a name, ho ho ho. Pulling the phone back out, they leaned over towards me and I matched the action. Our heads gently met in the middle of the taxi as Fang was walking through the game plan. Apparently they figured out we would only need a taxi to get into the city. We would walk it on foot from there. Oh my god, it's a walkable city! Ah! While Fang was going over things and gesturing at the map on the phone screen, I took a quick look up at the front of the vehicle to find the leering, grinning gaze of the driver, who seemed pleased with what he saw. Oh my god, he's the creep. I rolled my eyes and returned focus to Fang's gameplay. Why are we focusing on this? I mean, I guess it's to establish like he's still there, but we know he's looking. We already know that. We know this man. Ever since I saw fan art of Fang with shorter hair, the old Dante like the MC3, I can't see it. It fits so well. Yeah, because it's got that spunk to it. I rolled my... Okay. In no time at all, in large part due to the aggressive driving of a ride, you mean of your driver, call him a chauffeur. INCO would definitely call someone a chauffeur. We were in the city center. He deposited us. He fucking deposits you? What are you, fucking ore? Near an arrangement of shops, and I handed him a fan a tip. Hey, thanks as always, boss. Have your lady friend. I do remember to call me when you guys are done. I'll make sure you get home safe. A little shaken, but safe. If I could say anything, the car peeled away in a cloud and he was gone. Was that man a cartoon? That guy was kind of crazy. I reconnected with Fang. Oh my god, Fang, it's been 5 minutes. We must reconnect over all the things that have happened in between. Who was at the moment glowering at an employee of one of the nearby shops that seemingly walked out the front door just to block it. Given the context, I can only surmise this was the expect purpose of not letting Fang enter. I mean, Fang has so many holes in their pants. It's really weird. Classy. Before Fang get more annoyed at the rule gesture, I walked up and gently placed my hand there, but come on, it's not worth the trouble. INCO, you're rich! Just buy the place! Fucking loser! We pivoted away. We must pivot our strategy, Fang. We need to synergize our paradigms. And Fang spent the next minute grumbling about it. Well, it was really rude of that guy. I couldn't help but find the soft-spoken rant. Man, I love it when my girlfriend is suffering and being racially... I love it when my girlfriend's being discriminated against. Oh my god, Fang. Can we please get you lynched? It'd be fantastic for me. The bad news is the good news was the whole shopping district for us to canvas. The bad news was the shopping district was a total bust. I don't think if either Fang or I really expected all that much success, but it was ultimately still disheartening. That ultimately is not necessary. Fang was slouched on a bench, and as I was grabbing a few bottles of water from a nearby... Fang was slouched on a nearby bench, as I was grabbing a few bottles from a nearby stand, with their elbows propped on their knees and their jaw laid on their fists, as they were angrily staring off into the crowd. It's okay, they can discriminate, they're rich. Fang, I bought this restaurant for us to perform at. No! I told them to always discriminate against you so we can have a moment together. Jesus Christ, INCO, you're so fucking weird. Please, Fang! I love it when you're angry at the world! Can we shoot you up with some heroin next? That was the only response they gave as they took the water bottle and began drinking. So what's the plan now? Want to check out the park or go to that little true place? I asked. Trying to keep the momentum of our expedition up. It's interesting, we don't have Naomi or Nasu here. Do we? I guess, you know, not as much of a problem. I mean, I get why. In written form, that situation's a lot more annoying because you've got so many speakers at once, but... Fang finished off the water bottle almost instantly, tossed it into the trash can by the bench. I returned their pouting posture. It doesn't matter, it's by the bench. You can get rid of this. Honestly, probably not worth the effort in the park. You sure? Mm-hmm. I know I put it on our list, but they probably require us to have a permit, and I doubt they'd give to a bunch of high schoolers, let alone in a quick enough time frame for next weekend. If we started looking sooner, then maybe this wouldn't have been so fucking frustrating. Yeah, man, it's almost like it's really fucking hard to find something last minute. Jesus! My transit executor deposited me. Oh, that's so sexy. Please, Baby Driver 2017. I kind of want to play Death Stranding. I don't know why. I look at Death Stranding and I'm like, you know what? This seems like the kind of game I would play for hours on end just to fucking kill some time. So you know what? I think I'm buying Death Stranding. I think in a complete, an utter tangent, I'm gonna put Death Stranding on my list of like, I want this right now. Now you might say, oh, Safi, why do you want to play the Vimeo game? Why don't we get your grabby hands on it? Because to be honest, it's I like games that are like, you can just do the fucking thing, right? As far as I can tell, it's a game you just do the thing. Go over there, do the thing. Don't worry about it. And then this is some goofy action sequences because for some fucking reason they're like, we gotta have action. I just love going places and doing nothing of importance. It's just fun. It makes me lean back and go. I also fucking hate. Oh God, I'm reminded of Terra Firma Craft for the weirdest reason right now. Let me put my little beans down. Right, let me put my little beans down. Terra Firma Craft. I remember playing it years ago, and the reason I got mad at that game is because you are expected to kind of you are not expected to settle down because the way that game's medal system works, you really should just travel around, gather up a whole bunch of fucking random seeds, plants. Like every evening, just cook some shit. Like you are supposed to travel fairly light and only really work on the bigger stuff once you have some metal or an ore deposit and some clay. You know, and that game does not work otherwise. Why they make the alert resets ever so often? Makes so goddamn loud. Oof. He wants to play the Norman Reedus game sponsored by Monster Energy. Listen, the sponsorships add that unique charm. Discord made me shit myself again. And it's just the Snoot Discord begging people to stop posting swastikas. Hold up! Hold up! Stop! Everyone stop! I have a question. I have two. Number one, why are they posting swastikas? Number two, why do they care? Why does Snootgord care? Like, Snoot Game? Listen, I've been nice to Snoot Game, right? I've kind of been like, it has a lot of shitty opinions. Fine, go nuts. It's fun anyway. But isn't Snoot Discord like the perfect place to fucking post your swastikas? Why are they mad about it? They're the audience. If you do buy it, stream it. And name the thing Hiking Stream in more accurate New Zealand. I might. But to be honest, I kind of want to play it on my own just so I can watch some other bullshit off to the side. It's fantastic podcast material. Hey, everyone. This is Norman Reedus, and we're going to be walking over the mountains. You can call me Sam I Am, for green eggs and ham. That doesn't mean anything. Seriously, though. I won't answer to my question. Why do they care? Because, again, I'm pretty sure most people who play Snoot Game are a bunch of 4chaners who would post swastikas anyway. Like, if not because they're Nazis, then because they don't give a shit and they're being little trolly bastards. You know, they don't have to do it because they're political line, just because it pisses people off. And two, why are they doing it there? Like, what prompted it? What happened? Come on, tell me. All right. Unfortunately, the monthly budget is a bit low, so unless someone wants to like chip me $40, well, not $40, it's 40 euros to get the director's cut, which is the only one I can buy on Steam. So if someone would like to throw me the 40 euros, which is like $50, actually it's like 45, right? Because it's like 10% right now. Yeah, I do it. I buy it and I stream it, and we have some fun. Because they don't. Oh yeah, I forgot that shit can get you banned off of Discord, right? Yeah, that's what I was wondering. That's a perfectly valid reason. Oh no, that suck. There's less. Listen, I'm not on the Snoot Discord, but I imagine there's a lot of stuff there that'd be a shame to lose, regardless of how many swastikas they put on it. Anyway, I'm gonna put my little beans down. If people really want me to do that as a stream. $40, $50. Sorry, $50. I need $50. It's also just for uploading my wallet. Why would Kojima make a game in 2017 about the world-ending outbreak where you have to deliver packages on foot for people in bunkers relying on them? Looks at 2020. Kojima predicted it. I think you're talking about 2024 because I don't think. I mean 2019, I guess. 2019 is when COVID happened. Yeah. It's still impressive. Man had Animal Crossing luck. You know, Animal Crossing New Horizons levels of luck. Anyway, enough of this. Unless someone's going to slide me a 50, we're going to keep going. If someone does slide me a 50, am I going to install it right? No, I'm not stupid. That costs an extra 50. All right. Where were we? Hey, we'll find a spot. We've got the whole rest of the day, and if not today, the rest of the week. Fan grumbled an incoherent response before lifting their head. Yeah, you're right. All right, let's get out of here. Little Trudon? Inco, you should be calling it Little Trudon. You are not urban. Little true, yeah. Also, oh god, he says it wrong too. He says little tros, but it's a little true. If that's intentional, that's cute as fuck. Kojima whipping the CG team to put an extra 7 million polygons on feet. Listen, the feet mechanics are important. You gotta update your boots. They better be good boots with good polygons. I stood first and then turned and extended my hand. Yeah, I get it. You're being a little gentleman. Jesus fucking Christ. Once we broke free from the main shopping area, Fang reached into one of the backpacks and pulled out a pack of cigs. Oh god! You smoke? Fang! Your lungs! You're going to get cancer! I can't get them off him, but yeah, why? You got a problem with that Boy Scout? Yes, Fang! You know INCO! You should know he's gonna be a little bitch about it. I mean, they're really not good for you. I commented, you know exactly which CG which sprite they're using for this one. Fang shook out a stick from the pack and put it between their lips, and they fished out a lighter. I mean, you don't mind when Reed takes his scarf. That's because he drinks it. It's very different when someone drinks something than if they smoke it. Because one is way more socially accepted than the other. I didn't say anything, but that kind of hurt. I didn't really make waves about Reed's habit, partially because his form of consumption didn't give anyone else secondhand exposure. Only blowing up in our faces and messing me up pretty bad. It's not secondhand exposure, man. That's just straight up getting spiked. You got roofied, man. Even if I had forgiven Reed for the situation, it's still kind of a sensitive topic among the four of us. I mean, Trish is confirmed to also use. FromSoft has all their female characters barefooted since Kingsfield 1. And people draw the line at Norman Reedus? Absolute cowards. Absolute cowards, Senator! Cowards! To the jail with them. With a G-O-A-L. Old-timey. All female foot armor models do not include pants or feet. They are just the stats. That's how FromSoft does it. No footwear. God, that just makes me think of that Saw game where it's like you're barefoot and you keep walking over glass. Jesus Christ, they had one fucking gimmick and they just threw it everywhere. I mean, to be fair, it was like an Xbox game, so, you know, back in the olden days when shit worked. Where were we? Having it brought up as like that as a justification for a different habit felt mean-spirited. You mean it felt in poor taste, and also kind of like she's, you know, felt like a fallacy. Still, Fang wasn't wrong technically. She is. Second-hand smoking is vastly different, and also you don't know when Reed uses scarf or when he's just straight up drinking water. With Fang, it's like just straight up fucking smoking next to you, in public, visibly. And ultimately, I'd probably be a bad friend if I complained about any bad habit they had that I didn't like. Jesus Christ, INCO, no. You're the kind of person who would tell people to stop smoking because you're a fucking nerd. I can feel myself frowning even more. Fine. No, you wouldn't say fine. INCO's a Boy Scout. He would go like, but it's unhealthy. Fang, your lungs are black like that apple that's nice on the outside, but rotten on the inside. Like from Kids from Room 402. You watched that show? I think? Maybe I saw an essay. Oh my god. It didn't feel fine. But Fang was already having a frustrating time on this outing, being treated so rudely by various shopos. I didn't want to be another source of that. Fang flicked the lighter and the flame caught, igniting the... INCO cannot be this poetic about someone lighting their cigarette. If he doesn't like it and he doesn't think it's good, shouldn't he be dismissive of it instead of describing it poetically? They took a long drag from the pocket to pack as well as the lighter. Why would he call it a drag? Why does he know terminology? I watched them with a sidelong glance. Well, at least we were outside. I can walk upwind. Fang let out a long exhale, letting the smoke waft into the air as they walked. They walked inside. Content. I mean, you were just walking. They're the ones sighing. So this is mixed up ands. We walked in silence. We walked. Great, we're walking. Thanks. For a while, Fang took another draw from the cigarette and blew a smoke ring with it. Really pleased with the result, Fang smirked and elbowed me in the arm, pointing it out. Not bad. I guess, I grunted, watching it waft away and dissipate with disinterest. I can't believe you destroyed my smoke ring by being boring! Fang stared at me for a moment, quirked an eyebrow, and then slowed to a stop, and I followed suit. What? Fang stared at me for a moment, then looking at the cigarette and back at me. I tilted my head in confusion, and another pause. Fang clicked. This is really poorly written. This really is just too specific. No! What?! Fang is just quitting? I always got the impression that Fang, you know, just has at least a habit of smoking. Like, she's not an incidental... Jesus, what's going on? I kind of do get it. Like, if we remember that Fang is Lucy, who ultimately kind of wants to be, you know, she wants to be a woman, not non-binary or this punk kid. She wants to be herself. In that context, it kind of makes sense that someone telling her to not smoke would work. Especially since Trish is already disappointing her. Which I guess is maybe the point. Interesting. Fang, what? Come on, let's get going. Fang grunted with a frown and powered ahead of me. I wasn't sure what I did wrong there. I picked up the pace and tried to catch up, but walked a few steps back, trying not to crowd them. They would periodically peer back at me to make sure I was keeping up, frown still on their face, and then would look back forward. My own perplexed frown had to be pain on my face. Plain on my face. The trip to Little True Dawn was a fair bit of a walk, it turned out, and the bulk of it had been done in an awkward silence. I'd spent most of the journey trying to figure out what the hell even happened. I guess they realized I didn't like the whole cigarette thing, and that annoyed them. It didn't seem like the kind of thing to piss Fang off. Should I apologize? Would that annoy them further? It was their life, and I couldn't just snap my fingers and be fine with a close friend of mine doing something so obviously bad with their health, or mine for that matter. Holy shit. INCO, it's because she has no agency. So when confronted with someone that tells her, hey, bitch, stop that, she just goes, oh, I love you, and also I'm a big fat loser, I'll do it. Also, shouldn't a more vapid INCO be like, I got her to quit smoking, aren't I just a good boy? I wasn't sure at all what the correct call here was, and what ended up making Fang so mad, so good job me. After a long fucking stint of silent walking, Fang looked back at me again, finally sighed again to slow down enough to walk back beside me. Jesus Christ. It's like you're being way too specific and circumstantial. Just say, Fang looked back at me, and with a sigh began walking beside me. You don't have to be this fucking... Just fucking give it some flow. Lubricate it. Fang, don't do it. Just quitting and not smoking is the worst way to cure yourself. You should probably end up like a plucked chicken because of the... You know, like that's the second part of the equation, yeah, withdrawing like that. Hey, Fang said. Yeah? I replied. Like, who else would it be? You don't have to write something that plain and simple. Fang fidgeted with the hands for a moment and looked at me as we continued walking. Oh my god, she's already having withdrawal symptoms. Look, sorry about that. Sorry about what? Acting pissy because you don't like me smoking. Fang stopped and I followed suit. After a moment of further fidgeting, Fang huffed. Jesus Christ, she hasn't smoked for a minute. She's already just fucking tweaking. There's a shit thing to do with bringing up the carb thing. Yeah! Considering what happened to your friend. It's fine for you. No, don't fucking do that! I took a step back. Don't lay down like a doormat on shit like this. You trust me, right? They asked, their amber eyes glistening with intensity behind that question. Of course I do, I answered. Don't worry, Fang. When anyone in my family wants to quit anything, they just go on holiday for 3 months. Just vanish off the earth. Who knows where they are? You know, it's always great when someone is like fucking practically live blogging their goddamn funeral on fucking Telegram. What the hell's happening? Why is my throat so messed up? I didn't do all that much today. Of course I do. Then be honest with me when you do it, whether I do that kind of shit. You had a bad down with Reed dosing you with carf, and then I make fun of you about it, and then start smoking in front of you when you obviously aren't fine with that. I'm not saying I'll quit smoking, or you just threw away your fucking cigarette pack. What are you doing? The absolute minimum I can do is not do it around you. I'm confused. If that was the case, couldn't you just put it back in your pocket? Why you gotta be so dramatic? Why is your first response to be a little bitch? You just took a smoke. Shouldn't it be relaxed? Fang groaned. INCO, you're a good friend of mine. If you don't like me doing something, just tell me, okay? And definitely tell me if I make some shit joke at your expense about it. You've been good about the ND thing from day one. The least I can do is respect you back, Fang said, running their claws through their hair. Fang, don't do it. It takes so much to get it so flat and straight. I was admittedly a bit stunned. Fang noticed I wasn't actually okay with the whole smoking thing, but I didn't want to try and put my opinions on them. I did want to put my onions on them, but that's a whole different thing to put a pin in. Especially not after seeing the whole thing with the parents. Getting annoyed with themselves because they blew off how I felt. Weird. Oh, Fang! I love it when people discriminate against you, and I love it when you're emotionally in turmoil. Ooh, please, Fang. Please go into withdrawal for me. Listen, they're not streaming it, they're live blogging it. They're like showing pictures and shit, and it's like, my man, this is not that kind of Telegram. It's not even Discord. It's not even Shadow for this. So I didn't want Fang to beat themselves up with something like this. Clearly smoking helps them feel better. Now the whole day they've been kind of... Fang prodded me in the sternum with a claw to pulling me out of my thoughts. You're sucked up in your own head again, Dweeb. Seriously. We promised we'd figure ourselves out on the rooftop, right? I nodded. Here's a piece of advice for you on that end. It's okay to be a little selfish. You don't have to roll over for everything. Why? Hold up. What? Fang? Fang should not be telling you this, because Fang is, like, literally doing this shit because Trish tells her to. Like, sure, Fang might have discovered this. Whatever. We could go. You don't have to roll over on everything. If you trust Reed, or Trish, or hell, Nasser, or me, let us know if something is bothering you, okay? That's so mature. How the fuck are you 18 years old? I still love Side's comment that INCO is, like, 25 years old. It's the whole comment that these people are older than they appear. Fang's eyes seem to glimmer as... He already mentioned they're glimmering. They were being honest. They didn't want my thoughts on this guy. Jesus Christ, INCO. Stop. Okay, I'll try, I said. Thanks, Matt. You better. Come on. If we take too long, it'll get dark. We got a lot of places to check. They said grabbing my jacket sleeve and pulling me along. The scenery certainly had changed. The buildings were much older and more weathered, and throughout the interconnected pathways with various stalls, pop-up shops, and novelty outlets hazily built on top of... Okay, we're gonna cut the recording there for now. So, no, this chapter isn't bad. It's more the phrasing could be better, but... What the hell is this? My throat's, like, really dry. I don't know why. Ugh. I just imagine Snoop Redemption 2 fake, the roof scene letting everything out, and Arthur Morgan just standing there eating jelly beans. I'm gonna go see if I can get something to help my throat a little bit. I'll be back in a moment. So this is about jelly beans? Fine, I'll look it up. Arthur Morgan, jelly beans. What the hell is this?
I got some jelly beans. You like jelly beans?
Is that the one? What the hell? Arthur Morgan, you can't just offer. Arthur Morgan! What are you doing? Now my whole chat's been devolved into jelly beans. Damn. That's a lot of jelly beans. Which someone in my saying his name? There, I hope. Hold up. Ooh, ah. There. So hope that helps. Alright, where were we? The scenery had certainly changed. The buildings were older and more weathered. Wait, no. I got scrolled. I think so where we were, actually. The scenery certainly changed. The buildings were much older and more weathered, and throughout the interconnected pathways were various stalls, pop-up shops, and novelty outlets hastily built out of old, worn buildings. It was also far, far more busy than any of the areas we'd walked through to get here. The logical conclusion was that we had arrived in Little True. I looked at my tarot companion, and they had a light, pleased smile on their face. With a quick glance to me and a nod, we forged into the crowds. I feel like part of the story would work better. Like, an angle for INCO and Fang would work better if Fang had, like, huge musical talent. We get that kind of Olivia angle of, like, INCO is really into this, and Fang is exceptionally good at music, and that's, like, why the band formed at all. Because Trish, kind of the opposite of how it works in Goodbye Volcano High. Like, Trish saw this immense potential of, like, we can become famous. Like, Fang has what it takes, but no one else did. You know? It's always kind of been the element. INCO gets pocketed 100%. Man's gonna get mugged. He's gonna get pickpocketed. Just unlike Anon, he doesn't know what he's doing. Doesn't know about the tricks. My eyes were constantly drawn to stalls of various salesmen trying to vie for our attention. The knickknacks and baubles all looked to be fairly cheap, perhaps homemade. A few of them had would appear to be very high-end watches and purses, but at glance at them, I could tell they were knockoffs, because you know what the real deal looks like, you loser. I'd see another of those pieces from some of the higher-end stores that I've been in, and recognized that they weren't legitimate. Which meant that they were... No! Isn't the whole point of a bootleg that, like... Whatever. That... I was surprised that many were selling them so openly like that. Surely the police... Oh, come on, Dave, don't fall for this knockoff shit. Fang said, grab my arm and pull me away. Hey, he was dead about. Fang turned back to him ever so briefly flipping the bird and issue a short, curt fuck off. Isn't Kurt short anyway? It was him pulling me along like a lost child. I wanted to be embarrassed, but it was closer than not, but it was probably closer than non-sexual. That he was a lost child? A few moments later, a child ran up to me, giggling and handed me a rose. Out of reflex, I took it, and the kid ran off. I guess it was free? My god, you should be so glad it's not that fucking scam where they give you something, and they're like, okay, you gotta pay for it now, buddy. $50 for a whole lot of nothing. Worse, he's an urban youth. And on it, you know, herb. Oh. Maybe Fang would like it? Everyone else Fang could solve in their peripheral vision. They sighed, then grabbed it from my hand, considered for a moment, and tossed it into a trash can. What? Fang, that was a lovely flower. It was a rose. I thought you'd appreciate it. INCO, it's a mark. A mark? I'm not Mark, I'm INCO. Fucking tourist types. They give you that shit so someone can pickpocket you later. I just figured you might... Never mind. I kept getting played in this place. I bought 50 knockoff phones because I thought they were the real deal. INCO, we have to go to Trudron for a couple of things. We don't want to lose you, so we're gonna have to put this child harness on. Can't trust this man. He might be 18, but he's half that age right here. I want to give me something nice and help us find a venue without getting robbed, alright, Dwayne? Right. Fang shook her head and pulled me deeper into the haphazard market. We moved from actual building to building, as sparse as they were in the area. With each that we checked, we were rejected. Little True covered quite a lot of area, canvassing it like we were, was sucking up quite a lot of time. The sun was getting lower in the sky. We found ourselves freshly out from another building. Some fancy Asian food place. Still can't believe we're still looking. These kinds of people are always looking for something to attract customers. Well, I would say you shouldn't have gone off on that last guy, but then he insulted you like that. Probably not a place you want to perform anyway. Call me a fucking meteor dodger. How strange. It's like, you people are majority here? How does this work? Call me a fucking meteor dodger. Fang sneered, then looked to the front door out the window, and jerked a hand out while maintaining eye contact with the waiter at the desk. His reaction was predictably displeased. Still, one place is one thing, but we checked dozens now. I don't get why none of them want a band to play. Her reputation does proceder, a voice declared. The manner of speech was weird. Like they were speaking from the back of the throat, inflecting in all the wrong places. Fang's pupils contracted and their wings flared out at the moment. You people are all the same, thinking we have to go off. I placed a hand on Fang's shoulder, which stopped the mid-rant. I think we're just gonna go through this quickly, because we know this is nothing. This is just a cute reference guy, which doesn't really work in context. INCO, the man is disabled. Don't be mean. Why are we keeping this guy anyway? Shouldn't INCO open new doors? Like, isn't half the point that INCO is fucking loaded? Like, couldn't that help? Couldn't he see some benefits to his money? Like, his parents are architects. Shouldn't he know some networking skills? Or fucking hell, man. You could tie this into the character, but no, we're gonna keep this bullshit that just happens to INCO from time to time, where someone else fixes his problems for him, but we pretend they don't. Really? Why are we keeping Rainbow? Put Rainbow in the other one. That's where he deserves to be, with Enon, his true owner. What the hell? Oh, look, that man is offering a free phone and valuables clean. No, INCO. Bad trust fund, baby. I know, the reference prior to our Putter. We already had Frank West. That's the only way I can think of. Yeah, we already did a reference. Fucking move on. You don't need these for the... We're already giving the driver a lot more screen time, so... Jesus Christ. Man is fucking sold on this. INCO, you're such a loser! Isn't that the pizza place? You will come to understand my wisdom once you reach it. It's so weird that this random fucking guy tells him to go to Dynamos, but Fang already knows him! I got one. Replace Javier with Pokemon Snap Professor. Who did Pokemon Snap? Was it Professor Birch? Maple? You? No. Acadia. Professor Willow? I just don't know. We just don't know. Pizza and pasta. Dynamo's pizza and pasta. Pizza, huh? Fang said, tilting their head. They're scrutinizing the place pretty hard. But who knows? Could surprise us. Doesn't Fang know him? Are we getting rid of that? That's such a weird thing to remove, just to keep a fucking... Well, let's take a look. At worst, they tell us no. We can get something to eat while we're here. I offer, gesturing to the front. Well, don't get to fucking eat there if Fang just tells them to go kill themselves and get kicked out. You can't eat if you get kicked out, INCO. Fang nodded and I opened the double doors, letting Fang enter ahead of me. Right on the window by the door was a displayed plaque mentioning it was on the National Register for Historic Places. Of course, historical. INCO would think that's so cool, because he's a nerd. The interior screamed homely Italian-style pizzeria. Warm candles lighting against it. The lattice dividers for the booth spread a warm but soft glow across every surface of the place. Once Fang and I had stopped soaking in the ambiance, we approached the reception desk. Standing at it was an exhausted-looking waitress, who had shifted into her host customer service smile once we started to approach. Welcome to Historic Dynamo's table for two. Wait. Welcome to Historic Dynamo's table for two. Sure, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we ask the manager something as well? The waitress performed a long blink and then dipped her head, letting out an almost inaudible sigh before righting herself and waving. for us to follow behind her. As we walked, I spotted a number of pictures on the wall with people, mostly dinos, that I don't know. Many of the pictures had a tan, tears, and moustache on them and flashing a big toothy grin. I figured he had to be the owner. The only other thing I noted, INCO noted, was recognizing a couple of places in the pictures from those few times my family taken a vacation overseas when we were younger. I didn't remember much, but a few of those locales were hard to forget. It didn't really matter, but it was sort of cool to have that kind of connection to a historic place like this. INCO would not know the dead inside customer smile. He would think they're actually happy. You're actually extremely right. INCO is really street in this. Like, he's weirdly street smart for a character that should be completely oblivious and raised entirely on Reddit. Like, I get it. You could get that kind of shit on Reddit, but he's also super naive about shit. Like, it's really cute how often INCO describes a character's expression just so that he can go, and that's why they're this emotion. Like, he's a fucking artist, man. We were brought towards the back section of the restaurant in one of the most secluded corners. She left the menus on the table for us and took our order for drinks. When she left, Fang rolled her eyes. Served with a smile. Fang, shut the fuck up! I know the industry can be pretty rough, but this is a real good place. Why are you having this conversation at all? Hey, if it isn't my little Lucy! Came the roaring call. Both of us were startled. And after we jumped, Fang's face went several shades more pale. How is that possible? She's already extremely pale green. A large, older T-Rex hobbled his way over to the table, tiny arms spread wide. Oh, I haven't seen you since August. Come here, give you a Kobo a hug. Wipes tears with money. Kicked out, but that's something that happens to bad people. Not me, I'm a good person. I get paid to be good. Listen, I gave $20 to that fund that plants a tree somewhere in the middle of the African rainforest. I'm a good person. He leaned in and scooped Fang into his stubby yet clearly strong arms, eliciting a squawk of surprise and protest from them. They pressed up against the outer talented grease-covered apron. Oh, God damn it! Fang's greasy now! Uncle Mo, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm working, Toots. This is my restaurant! The dino practically shout out with a laugh. How does she not know? Letting Fang go free. Your uncle is Mo, as in the owner of this place? Your uncle runs a historic Italian restaurant? I asked, stunned by the whirlwind that had appeared. I don't know. Fang yelped, clearly overwhelmed by what was going on. That's my attack. You're greasy now! Hey, let me get you a nice pompadour. Just fucking rubs all that grease in there. Ah, my baby girl hasn't swum by in ages. Hey, who's the lucky guy? Don't tell me I got yourself itched already. This is INCO. He's rich. Oh, INCO, if you're rich, well, if you ever need a little problem taken care of, know that my rates are extremely acceptable. They were also industry standard, so you happen to have a little extra money, and would like for that money to be a little, safer, and your life a little, easier. Know that for the right price, Uncle Mo can set you up with whatever you need. You need a piece? Gotcha. You need a man who can hit him? Gotcha. Need the corpse taken care of? Gotcha. Oh, Uncle Mo, what are you doing here? Uncle Mo... Lucy, my name is on the fucking building. Are you okay? My face is on the fucking walls, Lucy. My pictures are everywhere. What do you mean, what am I doing here? Lucy, I've known you since you were 5. I've owned this business for decades. How did you not notice? I just thought you always got us pizza for... Lucy! I kept telling you I made those pizzas myself! What do you mean you thought I ordered pizza from my own restaurant? Mo gives INCO gooners. I just love the idea of like a couple of guys with like those caps show up and like... What are we doing, boss? Oh, this is my buddy, Uncle. Just make sure he's okay, alright? Got you, boss. Okay, boss. And they just stand beside him and they smoosh up against him. Don't worry, boss. We got you covered, boss. And it goes so fucking stupid. He's like, oh, look at these nice friendly men. Look at these nice friendly men. Fang. They're so helpful. I asked them if they could get rid of that rude man at the restaurant, and I haven't seen him in days. Don't worry, boss. We took care of a good right, boss. Yeah, you tell Mo we did a good one for you, boss. It's so dumb. Stop. I felt my face form significantly, and I just had my sunglasses to try and cover it. That was just as bad for wear under his jovial jeering. He's not jeering. He slapped his big round belly and laughed, smile persistent. Oh, hey, relax, kids. I'm just messing with you. Come on, I'll take care of you. He leaned over and lit a single candle in the middle of the table. Candlelight dinner with Fang. It wasn't how I saw today progressing, but I couldn't think of it. But I don't think I could bring myself to complain. Now you stew away your idea while I make my little princess her favorite pie. Oh, me, of course. Mo dipped his head and then trudged away, pushing through the double doors that no doubt led to the kitchen. I was still feeling a little flustered, and Fang looked utterly bewildered. If we were waiting for the food anyways, no reason not to talk like normal. Probably make them feel better. So I didn't know your uncle ran a big pizza place. That's pretty cool, I said before taking some soda. Like, your dad is a cop, and this guy runs a restaurant. Is there any other weird stuff where you're, like, in high managerial positions? Well, like you said, it's been a while. I guess I never realized this was his place. He's not really my uncle. He's a good family friend. My dad goes bowling with every Thursday. Why is it my dad goes bowling every Thursday with him? Why isn't it my dad goes bowling with him every Thursday? That's so weird. Oh, well, that sounds like fun, I said with a smile. Oh, INCO, you're such so naive. They're not bowling. Taking Fang bowling could be fun. They seem like the kind of person to enjoy blasting the pin's power with a dead center shot down the lane. It's not really my thing anymore. The sport just doesn't really appeal to me. Besides, Jesus Christ, Fang, you're not that kind of woman. Besides, with school and the band stuff, I have enough to worry about. It's flayed a bit of my day getting shot down before I could vocalize it. It wasn't a big deal, I guess. Fair enough. Not to mention my dad's a bit of an asshole. It was a good reaction to say something. But I didn't feel like it was my place. Nor could I really disagree, actually. Not after the show Fang's dad made at that family dinner. Whatever his issue was, he could definitely make it someone else's problem pretty quickly. Whenever I'm listening to my music at night, he always yells through my door about audible bowel movements, Fang huffed. I thought back to some of the music on the Save INCO playlist. Falls that off from reality? Fang chuckled. It's probably closer than I'd ever admit to him, they said with a smirk. So, about your uncle. Yeah? And their eyes were really pretty in candlelight. Wait, focus. Should I correct him about the pronouns? I asked, gesturing vaguely at the kitchen doors. I mean, I was going to. I was already had my speech ready to go, but I felt, it's a little bit of an awkward timing. It took a second, but Fang's eyes widened in recognition of my request. No, it's fine. He speaks Italian, INCO. They don't have a neuter gender. They don't? I guess I'll have to teach those Italians a lesson then. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything, but he's just excited to see me again, he said, looking towards the kitchen. Well, if you're sure. Besides, we don't need you pissing off all the men in my family that could crush you to a paste, Fang said with a smirk. 3 people looking like the Charger from Left 4 Dead 2, my boss. I thought I had goons. Hey, boss. Hey, what's your job, boss? Hey, boss. The anime con organizer. God. 3 people look... Oh, no! Oh, no. Oh, no. No! Stop! God damn it. What's the matter with you? I thought I had goons. And they gooned all over the place. Na 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 la la la. If you get yourself killed, who would I be left with? I mean, you'd have Ree, Trish, and Nasa. Yeah, the one whose horn was more important than finding a place. My overbearing, perfectly annoying younger brother, and Reed. Man, Fang, your circle, your friend circle, kind of sucks, huh? Fang leaned back in the seat and groaned. Sucks. I'm glad you're helping, but this shouldn't have been a big fucking ordeal. We had weeks. Now the show's next weekend and we haven't found a venue. Ugh. I know a good goon when I sees one. Listen, if you want to get into the mafia business, you gotta know how to tell a goon from a goon, you know? Gotta tell who's good a goon. Hey, it'll be fine. For the moment, we get to eat some really nice pizza made by your uncle. It's not all bad, right? Oh, no, but the venue. We got time. I'll help you the entire week if we have to. It's not a job, INCO. What the hell are you doing there? They're flowers. They don't need you to rub your hands on them on the day. Jesus. Fang sighed with a small smile spread on their face. Yeah, they would. I should invite them to the show. Should. They definitely come. So pizza first, then we get back out there and find a place for the show. It's always a pizza. The double door slammed open as Mo plowed through them, holding a steaming pizza plate in a short hand. Did someone order a fucking pizza? Fang and I couldn't help but smirk at the outburst. Mo slid the large pizza on the table in front of us. I think we would have cut back a bit and not be occupied after almost killing INCO. Yeah. So, God damn it. I'm sorry, I'm just a little... today's been the different kind of busy. The latest Doom what I've gotten, it was again unexpected retro expansion or something. Been a real different experience. Very different. It's so weird to play a Doom one that's not focused on the arcade experience. How the fuck is it a goddamn runner-up? It's got so much going for it. It's a novel. And I couldn't help but smile at the outburst. Most of the large pizza onto the table in front of us. Oh, pizza with extra sausage, anchovies, pepperoni, and also known as the Mo's original Meteor Pizza, Lucy's favorite. He announced with beaming pride. I wonder if one of the authors just has a thing for fucking anchovies, considering this also happens to, we also got anchovies on the pizza for, Olivia. It looked amazing! I go by Fang now, actually. Fang corrected. Whoa! Now you think getting happening with me? You're trying to make old Mo confuse you, punk. Mo leaned over and scooped Fang up against his body again, used the freedom to give him a light noogie, startling Fang once more. Man, Fang's family really were a dynamic bunch. So what are you punks been up to? Well, sir, we're going to... Oh, sir! Young punks like you don't gotta be so formal. It might have gotten even worse because this has been his crutch to deal with the tense situations. So when you give more pressure, he tries to release it more. I could see the move coming, but could do nothing to stop it. In a mirroring of what he'd just done to Fang, I was scooped up into an embrace by the large dino, and his small knuckles ground into my unprotected scalp. It doesn't even have hair. There's no armor. It's raw damage. As he set me back down, I rubbed the top of my head. Fang shot me a slightly amused but sympathetic smirk. Well, I was wondering, there's pictures of you on the wall. Those are from Italy, right? Oh, yeah, the whole country. How I miss it. It's been such a long time since I've been there. Why is a punk like you asking? Oh, I just recognized a few of the places is all. Guess in hindsight, this was obvious. This is an Italian restaurant and all. And then looks like the surprise Mo living said, oh, recognize. Oh, you been to the homeland. When I was little, I don't remember much. My parents would take me there for a vacation before they got more interested in their work. I said, from the back of my neck. What is one of those rich guys would ask if it wasn't gold-plated? Is it GMO free? Excuse me, sir. Are there gluten in the pizza? Fang frowned at the mention of my parents again. Jesus, fuck, why? Like, I know your parents aren't great, but why does Fang care so much? It's immediately Twitch responds to it. Mo began to unleash a torrent of Italian as he began gesturing at various paintings. Fang and I had to stop. Sorry, you got some going on about back home. It's not a problem, Mo, I said. Just happy to see him so nostalgic. That's one of his faults. I made a realization. real fast. I need to hit the bathroom, I said, pushing myself out of the booth. Fang looked slightly upset. I was leaving him alone with their uncle, but I really had to go. I'm running around all day, and it clearly caught up with me. My human bladder is like my human brain, incapable of holding on to anything for more than a few seconds. Fortunately, the bathroom was clean and quaint as the main restaurant itself. I relieved myself, washed my hands, and double-checked the damage to my scalp with no way of mugging me. Thankfully, I would make a full recovery. Man, you could have gotten a cool noogie scar. Gluten. Do I look like I know what gluten is? Best pipe it down before I get my goons. And the goons stick their head out of the kitchen. Oh, what's that, boss? You need a little help there, boss? Hey, boss, what's the lady got for you? Hey, don't worry about it, boss. We got you covered. I just love the image of... It's just like they're trying their best. They got passion for their job, okay? They got a passion. Their heart's in it. Drying my hands off, I exited the bathroom and navigated back to our booth. Looked like Fang and Mo were talking about something, with the conversation ending just as I entered the issue. Remember, Lucy, it's important. Fang, looking at as flustered as Mo had showed up in the first place. You're just so naughty. Mo turned his attention back to me and opened his mouth to say something. It was cut off. We got a Coke here on line one. Mo hung his head in despair. Oh, that kids. I just got a pissed out mother to deal with. Terrible. INCO. Do you have any gluten-free pizza, Mo? Yeah, sure. Let me go back and ask for Tony. So go to the back and ask Tori, hey, the boss said that you either get gluten or you get out of here. You get going. Takes a little pouch and like sprinkles some extra gluten on top. Here you go, INCO. Gluten-free pizza. Here's all the gluten I took out of it and just dumps it on top. God damn it. Gluten's like important for the structure of bread, right? Where it gets puffiness from or whatever, or structure. So what are you guys talking about? More about stuff about Italy? Oh, no, it's just something else. Right, I might now, but hey, look, free food! Frank said with a smile, gesturing at the pizza in front of us. I admit I was curious, but it was kind of a family thing and I didn't want to pry. If it was important, I trusted Fang would let me know. It's a binding agent. There you go. Fang piled their plate with 3 slices immediately. Had to confuse the topics before they could slide off in the avalanche of cheese. Followed suit. Slid the slices to my mouth, and man, this is way too much meat for me. INCO, you can't eat something exotic. You're not like that. I don't like that everyone's fucking glazed. Stop glazing! Let INCO be a little bitch. He's like, no, this is too much meat for my unsophisticated tongue. I want caviar. Where's my caviar? Gee, look, she went, doesn't it? I really do like Mo's meat. And then everyone just never stops laughing. Gluten-free dough is mud. Blech. Give me that fat mud hot dog. I turned back to the restaurant booth who was sitting and looking at Fang. They destroyed 2 slices already. They had apparently paused to watch me enjoy mine. It really does. We should come back sometime. We should come back again sometime. Fang nodded. Yeah, it's a shame I have to live myself around the good stuff. Yeah, I get what you mean. Get too comfortable with food this rich and you'll usually be packing on the pounds. Fang picked up one last slice, considered it for a moment, and tossed it up, which snapped right out of there with one bite. Couldn't help but laugh. Encore. Don't reference Encore. It's not out yet. Shut up. So having a camera. Oh, they're just having a cute little scene. Half-eaten slice. Two to one, my slice count. Maybe that's an extra large. I don't think anything could satisfy a dinosaur. Shang shuffled out of the booth, stood and stretched. There I was. I didn't even sleep that bad. Streams just make my throat hurt, make me yawn a lot. I don't know why. I can do recordings just fine, but not this. It's just boring. Why do you replace dough with caviar, gold leaf, and endangered animal meat? It's what my dad does. Could it be the best of tales? I see you at the front. It's my turn to hit the bathroom. I nodded and headed towards the front, where I found Mo wrapping up that cold cake haul. Let out a long, tired sigh and turned to face me with a smile, returning, "Hey, son, you enjoys the meal?" "Absolutely. I see how this place got the historic record," I said, pointing at the plaque in the window. "Ah, but the old country with me. Only way to make it right. Glad I could make your steak then." Topic was back again. I shifted awkward. "Well, we're not actually dating." "No, could have fooled me with how you were flirting. But trying to anyway." "No, really, we're not. We actually came here because Fang is looking for a venue. They've got a band and we're trying to look for a place to let them put on a show for the next weekend." "Oh, really now? Why not have it here then?" "Would that even work? It's an Italian restaurant. Do they have music?" INCO's like Aurelia from the pre-sequel, with a perk where if you use a below blue rarity weapon, gets debuzzed because she's rich. I can't be seen with an uncommon? Ew! Ugh. If it ain't ultra rare, it ain't my fare. Hey, don't sweat the detail, kid. Me and the boys are used to making room for toes. You just tell my little Lucy to got the place. That should have sweep her off her feet. Now that's what we needed after all. Beyond that, I wanted Fang to be happy and not see them keep stressing out about the whole thing. Not to be young and in love. Listen, Inco. I segredo dell'amore. The secret. Understand the concept of love? I asked, racking my brains for the scraps of Italian in it. You's got it. It's not about shared misery. You can complain about the details of your life, but that won't fix the problems. However, Mo nearly shouted, placing his stubby arms at his hips for emphasis. Yes, can't be trying to overthink over neither. Otherwise, she didn't expect you to fix all problems for you. The secret is support. Support isn't just being there? Complaining about them smoking? Yeah, she got to fix their own problems, but you's gotta back them up on them. Everyone I hear from my boy does say, yo, what you been doing that? I'm trying, yeah. I said, rubbing my head with no nugget. We're here to try and help each other, but we figure out who we are together. Together. My smile managed to grow even wider. Good to hear it. Sounds like you's well on the way. Bada bing! Bada boom! Get back to work, Jerry. Anyway, talk to hell. We got to work, Nico. Yeah, well, sir, I mean, Mo. Good. You do that, she'll be good to you too. I raised her right after all. Thanks, Mo. Anytime. So dismissing with a small wave of assent. Now then. I mean, anyway, you fools will do long. I get just do the kiss you used to do. Give little Lucy my regards. I will, Mo. With a final grin, Mo trudged back into the kitchen. Maybe next time we're here, I could ask Mo how to make this sort of pizza myself. Be nice if I ever had Fang over to. Alright, Mac, let's hit the road. Fang wiping their still damp hands on their pants. Fang, those are expensive Hot Topic pants. Well, we can find somewhere to play before it gets completely dark. Actually, we're already done. Fang froze, their eyes wide. What? How? Your uncle. You had to come over my bed and play? Fuck. Well, I mentioned we were looking for a venue, and he offered this place up. Actually, he seemed pretty excited about it. He says he's got a stage ready and everything. I said, my smile widening. I was so frozen in place, their eyes jittery as they tried to process the information. It's because they're not smoking. I gave them a moment. Short beat later, the corner of the mouth began to twitch, and all of a sudden there was a flare of activity. In one smooth motion, she slammed into me, pulling me into a tight hug, the wings having fully extended and wrapped around both of us to create into a private embrace. It was screaming into my ear, shaking me side to side. Avoiding the movement wasn't registering as much as the arms wrapped around my neck. In a reflex, my arm looped under theirs, trying to murder them violently and push them off, deepening the embrace. Fang continued. I continued to squeal loudly. I'm sure someone thought the car alarm was going off. Fang's energy was intoxicating, causing a dopey smile to plaster on my own face. And nuzzled their head against my cheek as they bounced up and down in excitement. I'd feel a warm, wet sensation. Ew! We got a venue! It's your fucking uncle. This isn't special. You got fucking pitied. Mountain scene from the sea. After another moment of bouncing, Fang settled themselves and retracted their wings back behind them. I pulled away, and after a minute was a little disappointed. At least until I saw your face. Back at the warmest, happy smile I'd seen on them. Hints of tears of joy slightly smearing their makeup. Their eyes downright glistened. They glimmered before. I could tell from the waterworks to cap. You're not standing there. You're standing in the hallway, right? What fucking candles? Well, some intimate, radiant energy. But it was captivating. And kept their hands rested on my shoulders, and while their hands, Jesus Christ, found their way into onto Fang's waist. Oh, their scales were pleasantly warm to the touch. Wow! You're touching hip, man. You're already there. So a moment longer, just smiling into each other's eyes. When a clapping sound suddenly arrested us from the rapture moment, causing us to frantically separate. Looking at the source of the last time we found Mo standing at the kitchen door clapping loudly as his tiny hand could allow. Fang let her to groan, and I could tell I was blushing like an idiot. Come on, let's get out of here, I said. Okay, going to the door. From Drama's got a venue. Fang returned and nodded. Backward, you bankrolling things. It's our secret. INCO, you can't just pay for everyone. That's against the point of the fucking. Good night, Rockstar. What? You know, Rockstar Games. They're gonna release GTA 6 soon. Just around the corner. We're almost there. Officially gotta be a rockstar, but it'll treat you like it. What a sweet moment. Wow. Oh, wait, the wrong button. Idiot. Well, that was about the chapter I expected, I guess. I mean, was it cute? No. I mean, listen, I really liked that Anime Con chapter because it was really the characters kind of showing their best sides. But fuck, if this was just kind of, you know, the venue chapter with some slight changes, I guess. I don't know, it just kind of misses that zing. Next up, I think, is just the concert, and I think Olivia and INCO show up. We'll do that tomorrow. Oh yeah, Anon shows up. God damn, fucking hell, it's a whole thing. Ugh. I'm not looking forward to it because it sounds like it's just gonna be some mutual jacking off, and you know how I feel about that. If you're gonna jack off, make a splash. You know. Otherwise, I guess that's it for now. Ugh, I'm not gonna much. I'm just yawning my ass off, and that's annoying as hell. I want to do some stuff before I go to bed. I'm gonna get the chapter out so at least I can get that fucking albatross off my neck like a big fat tie. So, how do I feel about chapter 10? Well, they sure did what needed to be done for the story key going forwards. My. What a compliment. What a fucking compliment, huh? So yeah, before I leave, this chapter was made into a mod. Arthur Morgan. I don't want jelly beans. I don't want jelly beans right now, okay? No. You know, the reason I liked the Mojop chapter is because it was full of character and dynamics, and it kind of popped, and it was fast and zingy, and the chapter we just read is a little slow and sluggish and doesn't really do much. Like, Mo is kind of the whole thing holding it together at all. Like, holy shit, man. So I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go be tired and do the chapter, upload it, call that a day. Be moderately disappointed. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just. It's like so perfectly average. Like it's on point, I guess, but it's not exciting. I'm not hype. This is supposed to be a cute dating scene, and everyone's just kind of holding back a lot. Nothing exciting happened. I don't know why my throat's like this. I don't know why. It's like I start streaming and suddenly everything just kind of sags. Maybe it's because I did do some stuff today and I forgot to take a break. But we'll probably do it on stream tomorrow. We'll do chapter 11 just because I want to get it out of my life. Like I want to get that other albatross off my neck. Until then, that's all, folks. You gotta find a vendor.